Don't make a ton of resolutions that are going to exhaust you. Start small, but start today. Hey, it is 2025. We made it. Can you believe we are here? 2024 went by so fast. It is a brand new year, fresh with possibility. And let's be honest, probably still a little bit of glitter in our carpet from the holidays. This show this week is all about kicking off the year with purpose and excitement and a plan to live fully into the life that God has for you. If you're somebody who starts January with big goals, and maybe you lose steam by February, which is me every time I swear I'm going to do Pilates, don't worry about that. This is going to be different because today we're not just setting a resolution, we're building a foundation. I'm going to help you shape this year with clarity and with courage and connection so you can finally feel aligned to your values, to your dreams, and to your faith. So grab some tea, grab some coffee, and we're going to dive in. So here's the truth. If you want this year to be different, you have to start by getting clear on what you want and why it actually even matters. Clarity doesn't mean you have to have your whole life figured out by the first week of January. And seriously, that's impossible. Even Jesus took a lot of time to think in the wilderness before stepping into his ministry. Like we get some time in January to think about things and to figure out what we want. Clarity is simply knowing the direction that you want to head and trusting that the details are going to unfold before you. So let's do this together. I want you to take a moment. You can pause the show. Take a moment to imagine yourself at the end of 2025. What do you want to look back on? What do you want to feel proud of? I want you to picture it, okay? And then what we want to do is we want to reverse engineer that vision into simple, achievable steps. Because if we just have a goal, if we just say, I want to do this by the end of the year. At the end of the year, I want to feel this way, but we never put little steps into action. It's just some big goal out there. We're never going to get there. What I want for you to do is I want you to write down 3 things you want more of this year. Maybe it's more time with family, more peace in your day, more energy during the day, more courage to pursue your calling. Whatever it is, just write down 3 things that you want more of this year. We put step 1 into action because we want to make 2025 the year of taking action. Here's the big thing about January. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed by all the changes you think you should make, right? But this year, we want to do it differently. Instead of starting new and starting everything all the time, let's start with one brave move. God does not call us to live a life of fear and hesitation. He calls us to step out. He calls us to trust him and to take action, even when we don't have it all figured out. So I want you to remember, courage isn't about being fearless. It's about doing the things even while your knees are a little bit shaky. So I want to give you some encouragement for this year ahead. 2025 is not the year you wait for perfect timing. It is the year you take the first step and you trust God with the rest. Whether it's sending that email, starting that project, investing in yourself, or finally saying no to what's draining you, I want you to do it afraid. And here's your action step. Here's step 2, okay? I want you to think of one goal you've been procrastinating on, and then identify what's the smallest, simplest first step that you can take today. So step 1, identify 3 things you want more of in 2025, okay? Step 2, think of that one goal you've been procrastinating on and think about a small, simple first step. Often we don't make progress because we go, it's not going to be good enough. I'm not going to make enough progress on it. Oh, I'll do it when I have time. I'll do it when I feel ready. All of those things, right? When really we just need to take one little small step at a time and we can get there. Let's talk about the scariest F word of them all, failure. If you're going to dream big and you're going to take brave action this year, failure is going to show up. It is just a part of it. Here's the secret. Failure isn't the enemy. Failure is just an easy, quick way to teach you. Maybe it's to teach you this isn't for you, or you need to work a little harder, or you need to learn something over here. Failure is a good thing. Every time you stumble, you learn, you grow, you get closer to the person that God is shaping you to be. So I want you to flip the script on this. Instead of fearing failure, don't think of failure as the be-all, end-all. Think of failure as a little guardrail that keeps you going in the right direction. I can't tell you, especially in business, how many things have been glorious, fabulous failures. In my personal life too, things I've tried, things that just weren't for me. And I look at each failure as a gentle guardrail from the Lord to keep me on the right track. That's how I want you to think of it. Okay. Welcome it as part of the process. If you're going to fail, I want you to fail big, make it memorable. Like I tried a new recipe and set off the fire alarm, kind of memorable. At least you'll have a great story to tell. Don't blow up your life. Okay. Don't do anything crazy. But if you're listening to this show, if you're part of this community, that's not you. Know that most failures aren't a big deal. I want you to really envision failure as a guardrail, just telling you where to stay, how to get to where you're going. It doesn't have to be scary. Here's your third action step to start off the year. I want you to write down one way failure has taught you something valuable in the past. I want you to use it as proof that you can handle whatever comes your way this year. You can do that. And you're not allowed to beat yourself up when you think about a past failure. I want you to lean into it and find the value in each of the mistakes, each of the stumbles. But today, only think of one, just one time. And if you can't think of something that you learned from it, it's probably a mistake or a failure that has too much emotion connected to it. I want you to keep working through it until you find something valuable. It's too easy for us to immediately go, oh, well, I failed at this over here. There's nothing good from it. Don't take the easy way out. Think about a mistake you made and something valuable that came from it. Okay, so step 1, find 3 things that you want more of in 2025. Step 2, make a tiny little baby step for something that you want in the future. And step 3, think of it like exposure therapy, where you're terribly afraid of spiders and you look at a picture of a spider and then you look at a video of a spider and then you see a spider across the room and you don't die. It's exposure therapy. We're doing exposure therapy with failure and making mistakes. It's not the end of the world. It's a guardrail, bumping you back on the road to where you're supposed to go. So write down one failure that you've had and something valuable that you learned from it. Now, one of the most important things for our happiness, for our peace, for our joy is our connections with other people. 2025 is not the year of doing this on your own. In the past few years, I think we've all learned that we need each other. Our relationships, our family, our friends, our community, those are the things that will shape your year in more ways than any random resolution ever could. God designed us to live in community, to bear each other's burdens and to celebrate each other's wins and to be there for each other and let them invest in you too. So your action step in terms of relationships is I want you to think of one relationship that you want to strengthen in 2025. I want you to text that person today and set up a time to connect, whether it's coffee or a walk or just a catch-up call. I want you to put forth the time in the relationship. It will pay off in spades. Now, next week, we're doing a deep dive in our relationships. I'm super excited for that one. I'm doing a 3-part series to start the year. Today is kind of all about you and doing some assessments and getting everything right. Next week's all about our relationship. So it's going to be great. One more thing that I want to talk about today is I want 2025 to be a year filled with joy for you, not just at the finish line, but throughout the journey. And the thing about joy is it's not a feeling that comes when everything's perfect. It is a choice to find delight in the messy, ordinary, sometimes really rough moments of life. Joy isn't about a perfectly laid out gourmet dinner or an amazing balanced meal. It's about eating pancakes for dinner with your family because life's too short to follow all the rules, okay? Bonus points if someone adds sprinkles and calls it fancy. I want you to really think about how you can fight for your joy this year. We live in a culture that seems to be more and more jaded and cynical and always has something negative to say about other people. You know, online, the things that blow up in our social media feeds are things that are often mean and unkind. We have to fight to protect ourselves in this. We have to fight for our joy. We have to fight to choose joy every day. And it is a fight, and it's a worthy fight because we are called to be the light. We are called to help other people, to disciple other people, to be the kind of people in this world that can help others. We're definitely not going to do that succumbing to the cynical, negative nature of this world. So here's your action step when it comes to this. Every day this week, I want you to look for one moment of joy. Write it down, share it with someone, savor it in your heart, but just look for a moment every single day. If you look for it, you will find it. And as you develop the habit of looking for it throughout the day, you're going to see more and more moments of joy. So I've given you a lot of action steps, but now I want to give you homework for 2025. I want you to take 10 minutes this week to think about these questions. Now, mind you, all these questions will be in the show notes. All your action steps and questions will be in the show notes for you this week because I know I'm giving you a lot. So don't worry about having to take notes right now. But here are the questions that I want you to think about. Number one, what's one thing I want to feel proud of by the end of the year? Not unhealthy pride. You know what I'm talking about. Don't get weird on me here. But imagine yourself at the end of the year. What's one thing you want to feel proud of? Question two, what's holding me back and how can I overcome it? What's holding me back and how can I overcome it? Question number three, who are the people I want to invest in this year? Who are the people I want to invest in this year? Question number five, how can I bring God in my daily decisions? It's a good one, right? How can I bring God in my daily decisions? And then number five, what's one simple way I can create joy this week? One simple way I can create joy this week. I'm going to give you a side note, something that I don't talk about publicly yet. I'm just talking about with you. I am building an app. I've told you about the app that I'm building before. It will come out in spring. We have a team building it now, and it's a crazy process. I've told you the story of really how God wanted this to be. But one of the big important pieces of the app are guided journals like this, where I'm able to give you Christian life coaching in your pocket all the time. You have a big decision to make. We've got a guided journal for that. You want to think through a relationship. We've got a guided journal for that. You want to do a end of the week assessment or end of the quarter assessment or, cast some vision, do brainstorming with the Lord. We have it for you. So I just want to tell you, this is the type of thing that will be in the app, and I'm really excited for it. But for now, you can find these questions in the show notes. But I do believe that 2025 is going to be a great year for you. 2024 has been really hard for our family health-wise. You know that we have chronic illnesses in our family. My husband has been suffering with a chronic illness for years now, and it's been tough. And there is nothing like a new year to just take it before the Lord and say, okay, Lord, we're ready for something fresh. We're ready for something new. Give us a fresh filling of the Holy Spirit. Have mercy on us. Help us be healthier. Help us to have clarity and take action and invest in relationships that make life meaningful. Help us not succumb to a victim mindset or perfectionism. Help us to remember it's about progress. It's about showing up for ourselves. It's about showing up for our people. It's about showing up in all areas of life. So here's my challenge to you. If you're like me and 2024 was hard in a lot of ways, give 2025 a shot. Don't make a ton of resolutions that are going to exhaust you. Start small, but start today. Whether it is a quick prayer or a kind text, or just taking a deep breath and saying, I've got this. Know that God is with you every single step of the way. And 2025 is going to be a good year. Okay, you know what else is good? Recommendations are good. So basically all I have worn last summer through now is H&M tops. So there are t-shirts. You can just, if you go to the website, you can look up fitted t-shirts. They're a kind of a stretchy material. I buy extra large because they do run small. And normally I am a medium in a t-shirt. And they are delightful. You can put them on, you can wear them alone to work out. They look nice enough. You can put them under a blazer. I love them so much. In the winter and the fall, I wear the long sleeved athletic version. If you go to H&M, you can just look up Drymore, the long sleeve shirts. They're super inexpensive. The t-shirts are normally $7.99 to $13.99, I think. And I probably have 4 of every color. I love them. And they just look better than an old cotton t-shirt. They're much more flattering, and you can dress them up, you can dress them down. I love those. When I did my episode in the fall where I talked about collagen, I found a collagen that I could take that did not taste like sucking on a horse's hoof. It was Thrive Market collagen, but I found a better collagen. This collagen I love. I love it so much I can actually just put it in plain water and drink it. It is bulletproof collagen peptides, completely unflavored. I don't mess with flavors anymore. I found something that actually works. Now, if you have a collagen that you love and you really enjoy, don't feel like you need to change just because I'm telling you what I like, but that's what I like. And don't forget, for our skin, we really need to take 20 grams a day to see benefits for anti-aging in our skin. And we're probably not getting that with just the morning scoop. So whatever collagen you're using, do check it. Make sure you're getting 20 grams a day. Last thing, I found a new mascara that I love. It's from Wander. It's called Mile High Club. Okay. Do I want to say this? Do I have recency bias? I might. I'm going to say it right now. As of right now, Mile High Club is my favorite mascara, more than Clinique and more than Chanel, and a lot less expensive than Chanel. So if you ever see the Mile High Club mascara, give it a shot. I'm so happy with it. I think I have a new favorite. In 6 months, it could be something different. But as for now, I love it so much. It's in top tier category. But you know what else is in top tier category? You, because you're listening and you're watching. And I'm so grateful we get to spend this time together every week, because investing in yourself and your spiritual health, your emotional well-being, and your personal growth, it isn't just about you. It benefits your family and your relationships and your community. I believe in the gifts that God has placed inside of you. I believe in your dreams. And I know that you're making a difference in this world in ways that only you can. That's why you're here. Week after week, you're learning, you're growing, and you're building a healthier, stronger, more joyful life, one step at a time. God has created you uniquely to stand strong and to bring something special to this world that no one else can. Let me remind you, you're stronger than you think, you're smarter than you give yourself credit for, and you're braver than you feel in the hard moments. And the best part, you're just getting started. You're capable of incredible things because the Spirit of God lives in you. The dreams in your heart aren't there by accident. God placed them there, and He's giving you everything you need to live them out. It is my joy to get to coach you, to get to cheer you on, and remind you that with God, you've got what it takes. So keep stepping up, keep showing up, keep loving well, because you know the truth. You can't break a woman who gets her strength from God. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. It was yeah. Or say you're very, I think I just hit the microphone. Did that even make sense? I hope it made sense. Okay, we're on. Is the light too bright? 21 minutes. Whew, and we are done.